Brax, my nose keeps running in the morning.
Yeah, it's that time of year.
Nothing's wrong with me. It just keeps running.
This is the Joe Gaither Show on BamaCentral.com.
Shoot, that's the truth. Good morning, Tuscaloosa. Internet world, West Alabama. How we doing today on a Thursday? It's the Joe Gaither Show on Bama Central, BamaCentral.com. Hope you all enjoyed the ref show we all got last night up in Nashville. We are live in the Daniel State Farm Studios right here off McFarland Boulevard, live on the Bama Central YouTube channel, on the Bama Central Facebook page. You're listening to us on Apple Podcasts, Amazon, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. You can find the Joe Gaither Show on Bama Central, BamaCentral.com. We're going to have a lot of fun today with our man Mason Woods and Brax Garrison as we want to talk a little bit about Alabama basketball's game last night. We're going to talk some transfer portal action as well. We're going to talk some end of the season wrap up with Brax. We've missed him so much. So we got a lot of things to get into the program today. We're going to have a lot of fun. We invite you to jump on and join us in the comment section at Bama Central, at MAWoods_, at Joe Gaither 6, at Brax Garrison on the Twitter machine. You can find us wherever you find your social medias, at Joe Gaither 6 and at Bama Central. We appreciate everybody who has subscribed, rated, reviewed, leaving us a comment, all that good stuff. And so we're going to have a lot of fun today with Brax Garrison of Purple Turtle Roofing. Call Purple Turtle Roofing at 877-787-6635 for your free roofing inspection. They'll come out, make sure that your roof is good to go. Make sure you're ready for the rest of the winter and the spring season ahead. Lots of storms, unfortunately, are ahead. You want to make sure that your roof is good to go and have the peace of mind that you deserve. So call Purple Turtle Roofing today at 877-787-6635. Brax, hey, man, welcome back. Hope you've been doing well. We had a fun little holiday season. What did you get up to during Christmas and New Year's? Good morning. How are you?
I'm good, man. Thank you for having me on. It's been a chaotic last few weeks obviously with the holidays, and then straight out of Christmas and New Year's. It's just been, flying through everything. Business is going well, having a lot of calls, and trying to stay afloat right now. Stay in front of everything.
Call us at 877-787-6635 for your free roofing inspections. Tell us where you've been the last couple of weeks, what kinds of roofs or what area of the state you've been. Just kind of give us some general logistics of what you've been up to. Insurance claim support. I know that. Commercial roofing. Yeah, what you been up to?
A little bit of commercial stuff. A lot of insurance work, and I've done a lot of repairs and inspections too, also for just minor stuff that isn't big enough for insurance related things. But we're coming up on storm season. Actually Friday there's a 15% chance of hail and tornadoes in West Alabama. So be aware of that. Be mindful of that, and feel free to give us a call if you have anything or any concerns.
So, Brax, that might be an issue where you can talk me through. I'm not extremely liquid. I'm definitely not a broke boy, but we're not extremely liquid where we're putting on a brand new roof on my house. So, let's say I'm nervous. Hey, man, I only have couple hundred shekels in the bank, but I think I might have a problem on my roof. I'm calling Purple Turtle Roof. How do you work with my insurance company to make sure that the entire roof doesn't come out of my rear end?
Right. So the main thing is we look at your policy and we see what kind of what is covered. Is it full replacement cost value? And we take a look at that. And if we deem that there's enough damage on your roof for insurance, and we believe insurance will pay for it, we'll start the claim filing process, and we'll meet the adjuster, and we'll stand on your behalf. And, if there's any arguing need to be done or any, whatever we need to do, we work it as best as possible. And that's our job. And then also, we understand that's why we mostly do insurance work, because we understand that a roof is not cheap, and nobody, at least me, I don't know anybody, and I myself don't have $20,000 to just throw out at, in any situation. So we get it. So that's why we mostly do insurance work.
There you go. So if you're worried about your roof, but you're also worried about your finances, just call Purple Turtle Roofing. They'll come out, give you a free roof inspection. They'll work with you, let you know the best path forward so that you can have the peace of mind that you deserve. So call them at 877-787-6635. Just because you call them and schedule an appointment doesn't mean you're already, down the road. It just gives you the information that you need to make the information, make the choices that you need to make that give you the peace of mind that you deserve in your home. 877-787-6635. Purple Turtle Roofing, roofing with heart, built to last. Mason Woods, good morning, sir. How we feeling? It's another rainy day.
Another rainy day.
I love it, though.
Yeah, I'm not upset with it. I'm all for gray weather. No problem for me. Doing pretty good. I said yesterday on the show that things were slow a little bit, but ended up having a relatively busy day. Got a few things done. Got Vanderbilt sent out an offer to somebody. I think Missouri is getting ready to host a big-time basketball prospect for a visit. So, a little bit of recruiting news got to cover, so wasn't just sitting at home twiddling my thumbs all day. That was nice.
Make sure you're reading Mason Woods at MAWoods_ on the Twitter machine. He'll keep you up to date with all the recruiting news from Alabama, Missouri, Vanderbilt, Boston College, maybe a little Miami here in the future. We'll see. Yeah, that's a plate. That's a plateful.
We'll see.
It's all right. Justice will help you with the Miami site.
Justice can handle the Miami site.
There you go. Like go Canes.
Go Canes.
That's right.
I've done the Miami recruiting. That's that and Alabama at the same time is a nightmare.
Two big brands.
Two of the biggest brands.
Dealing with
I can handle Mizzou, Boston College, and even Vandy's getting up there now. But like those three are, let's just be honest here. They're significantly less relevant than Alabama is as far as the recruiting game goes. Miami is not. That is just as active of a position there for Miami.
Yeah, you're probably competing with the Miami Herald, with all the big box papers down there that have a skyscraper and three recruiting writers ready to go.
Yeah, they do a lot down there. The brief time that we did have Miami previously under our umbrella, and I was covering the recruiting there, it was a lot.
Yeah, not so good. So we want to talk about basketball. Alabama losing last night to Vanderbilt. Both Mason and myself getting it wrong. We both predicted Alabama to win. Aiden Sherrill didn't play. LeBaron Philon left at the 16-minute mark in the second half and didn't close down the stretch. And Alabama ends up losing by 6. So not a good night for the Crimson Tide basketball team. A great night for the officials.
Ken Palm nailed it.
The analytics website is a little scary. Don Daly, Bart Lennox, and Brian Dorsey, your three officials last night.
Boo these men. Boo those men. They came to that game for no reason other than to get noticed last night. They made everything about themselves.
And notice they did.
And it went both. Like, it was not. I'm not complaining that Alabama got it went both ways. Both teams shot a truly preposterous amount of free throws in that game.
88 free throws. 29 and 34? That's 59 plus 4 is 63 total fouls.
It's just absurd. I think I saw. I don't remember what year, but that was the most fouls in an NCAA basketball game. I don't know if it was ever, but it was, if not ever, it was in a very long time. I saw the stat pop up on my Twitter feed last night.
Well, who did we play earlier in the year? And I mean, this is probably putting you on the spot. Who do we played somebody earlier in the year that it was like 50 free throws. It was a ton of free. Was it Illinois?
That sounds right, because I remember Page's kid being at the line like every 10 seconds.
Right. I think it was the Illinois game. So this is the second game this year where it has just been a free throw shooting contest. And you lost yesterday. Obviously, Tyler Tanner with 29 points for the Vanderbilt Commodores.
Just had his way.
You could not stay in front of this guy.
It was so infuriating.
Can I get a guard who wants to guard?
It was just the same set. They'd come up, do a little ghost screen to one side. He'd and then back and right to the rim he goes. No Williamson nowhere to be found. Getting there and help defense. Taylor Balboa nowhere to be found. Getting there and help defense. London Jemison, Aiden Holloway. It didn't matter who you put on Tyler Tanner at the perimeter. He was getting past them.
Can I get any guard, any of you jokers who want to guard and stay in front of this man? Obviously, LeBaron, 20 minutes, ended up with full body cramps. It was the diagnosis from Coach Oates. And I got to, the next time I'm going to be in a press conference, I guess it's probably Friday. I'm just going to ask Coach Oates if he feels snake bitten by these injuries, because it feels like every single game somebody's not available, and then also in said game someone goes down with little minor ding, little minor pain, little this, little that. Obviously, thank the Lord, nothing catastrophic so far, but it just seems so constant, so consistent. And I'm gonna try to double up and ask him if he thinks that the boys are taking care of their bodies outside of the facility.
if the report that he gave us last night about LeBaron Philon's full body cramps that kept him out of the game are to believed, something tells me they're maybe not taking care of themselves outside of the facility.
That, and this is not the only full body cramp situation we've had this year. You had against Arizona, right?
Yeah.
Aiden Sherrill plays only a couple minutes in the second half because of full body cramps as well. Like you've got. Oh, I get it. Somebody falls on their rear end at practice. We saw, was it Jemison or Davion Hannah? It was Davion Hannah who went up for a dunk and fell on his rear end and bruised his tailbone. Like, some of that stuff is just freak stuff. You can't exactly. But cramps,
very avoidable.
We're here in January, Coach. We're not in the first week of the season.
Yeah,
we're not in the second week of the season here. Where, all right, we still getting our feet wet, still getting acclimated, making sure our routines are right, our food routines, our sleep routines are right.
You've played 14 games.
It's insane. And you just played a league game on Saturday, and you got the extended day. You didn't go Saturday, Tuesday. You went Saturday, Wednesday, and now you're going to be on a short time from Wednesday, Saturday instead of Tuesday, Saturday. So, LeBaron, you're going to have shorter time to get yourself right. But eat a banana, my guy.
Yeah.
Have some water. Get you an IV. Eat a banana. Be ready. Like, Saturday is going to be 40. Hey, brother. You're the best player on the team. We need you for 40 minutes.
Yeah, it's extremely frustrating. And if that is the case, like, obviously, I guess it could always be something that we just don't know about.
Sure.
But seemingly, from every bit of information we have available to us, it does not look like the Alabama basketball team is properly taking care of their bodies outside of the facility. When they are in their own homes, when they are in their apartments, whatever they're doing outside of playing basketball at Alabama, it does not seem like they are properly taking care of themselves.
Oh, my goodness. Brax, I mean, it's simple, isn't it? To eat right, be in season training, be in season mindset, be ready for the games. Like, am I just being an ignorant fan, just being somebody outside the room that doesn't really, is it not as simple as it sounds?
No, it definitely is. I mean, you have one specific time of the year where you're required to be at your best, and that's all you got to do.
Yeah.
I mean, like you said, eat right, go home, get sleep, drink water, stay hydrated, and then show up ready to play. And again, like, it lasts 3 or 4, your season's 4 or 5 months, 4 months, and then you have off-season training, but you don't have to be.
That's when you get to eat your cheeseburgers and stay up late,
stay up till midnight, or go do whatever you want to do.
Fortnite,
whatever it is.
Yeah, so it's not that complicated. It's just a matter of, laziness, really.
Yeah.
It's just being lazy, and thinking it's not that big of a deal. And then you have full body cramps, and it is a big deal.
And like,
dude was super effective in the first half. Go ahead, Mason.
And like, we're not telling you to go out there and be LeBron and like have this extremely regimented, I can only eat this amount of calories from these protein sources. Like, just eat better. Just go to sleep a little earlier.
Drink a little
more water. It's not. We are not asking you to do the TB12 method here. You just have to do it. You just have to be a little better.
Yeah.
Something to where you're not getting full body cramps halfway through a SEC game.
Let's just not eat on the strip, LeBaron. Messy fries from Quick Grill. Standard Pizza. Look, all those places on the strip are awesome.
Do we need to lock down LeBaron's Uber Eats account? Is that what's going on? Like,
all those places on the strip are awesome and yummy. Taco Bell right down the strip, really yummy. All those spots.
But you know what's just as good?
Winning.
That and that giant facility that you have access to where you can go get like 5-star meals 3 times a day.
Oh, steak and green beans?
Come on. Like, what are we doing, man? Get off your butt, go to the facility to eat a good meal, and then go home and go to bed.
Little sweet potato fries?
Come on.
Yeah. Looking good.
It drives me insane. And, it sounds...
I have a vat of Gatorade?
It sounds dumb to be the guy where it's like, well, if I was in that situation, I would be doing everything in my power to be at the top. But like, in all honesty, man, like, it is just that. It is that simple. Like, so many people would kill to be where LeBaron Philon is. So many other basketball players around other basketball players in the country that playing in college basketball right now would kill to be in his spot at Alabama. But you're just like squandering it by not doing simple things. It's so frustrating.
Exactly. And it's not just about LeBaron last night. The whole team has been dealing with, like, if it was one player every so often, I don't think it'd be fair to bring it up.
Sure.
I don't think it'd be fair to wonder. But with the whole team all year long, it's just throw all their names in a hat, pick one up. He's out for the night. He's out for what, Coach? Well, a little wrist injury. Oh, a little toe injury. Yeah. Oh, he's a little sick. This, that. Like, can we not just
Lock in, folks.
I don't understand it. I don't understand it. So you're now 1-1, Brax, in the SEC season. You're playing Texas on Saturday to try to stay towards the top end of the standings, and not like. I'm not really feeling that bad about last night's game, Brax, because you didn't have Aiden Terrell, so you didn't play your big man, and your best player hardly played in the second half. What irritates me is you can't defend. You can't defend Tyler Tanner. Like, yeah, we can bitch about the officials all day long. 88 free throws is ridiculous, but you just got to stay in front of their best player. Yeah. It was just ridiculous. What did you watch the game last night? What did you think?
No,
that's okay.
I wasn't able to catch it. No.
Good. You had a good night there. Yeah. It was not fun to watch. Like, I mean, it was, again, like, I know the refs were not the only issue. They were not the reason Alabama lost this game. Obviously, it went both ways, but it was just insane. It was, there was no, like,
63 fouls sounds.
I mean, there was no back and forth. There was, like, I don't think at any point in that game we got a consistent 3 trips back and forth between the baskets. I mean, it was like one team gets the ball down the court, foul. One they inbound the ball, go down, foul. It was
slow, boring basketball, man.
It was awful.
Moved up from 17 in KenPom to 14 in KenPom for the Crimson Tide. Texas is 51 in KenPom. Texas is 0-2 on the SEC season so far, losing to Mississippi State and losing to Tennessee. And okay, Mississippi State was pretty close, 98-101, but lost at Tennessee 85-71. So they're going to be a little desperate team right there, but obviously not a very dangerous team, being 50-something in KenPom.
Yeah.
Do they have any nice wins? They lost to Duke, lost to Arizona State, beat NC State. Yeah. Okay, great. Lost to Virginia, got smoked by you. I mean, they were close by UConn, 71-63. They kept it within 10, and then obviously lost their last 2 games against Mississippi State and Tennessee.
This 3-game stretch for this Texas team is brutal. Tennessee, Bama, and Vandy back to back to back.
Heck yeah.
That's tough.
And A&M, Bucky Ball.
Tough for the Longhorns.
You got a little Bucky Ball on the last part of that.
Did you see that video they posted?
Yeah. You don't be a millisecond late.
That's good stuff.
Brax, did you see that? So Auburn lost on Tuesday.
Auburn lost.
They're inbounding the ball with like
0.6 seconds
left. Yeah, terrible. Like really, really short time. Guy catches, turns, and shoots and makes it. Would have been no game winner. The place in Auburn goes insane. Oh, but then they go review it and they say the ball's still in his hands. They wave it off. Texas A&M wins, and the Auburn place goes berserk. Yeah. You cheated us. You cheated all of us. There was a fan who was the officials were walking out behind him, and he took his drink cup and he threw. So a bunch of water comes out.
I mean, they were throwing trash on the court.
They were so angry. Stephen Pearl. They're now 0-2 now.
0-2 in conference
Lost
play.
to Georgia, lost to A&M. Right. So great start for Stephen Pearl's first season as head coach. I mean, it couldn't happen to a nicer guy. Couldn't happen to a nicer fella.
Gets in the press conference after. Stephen, walk us through that final 0.6 seconds there in the communication between you and the referees and the scorers table. There was no communication, but honestly, I wouldn't have wanted to talk to me either, so that's probably why they ran away. Fake tough guy. Big fake tough guy.
Yeah, that's it's cringy there.
So Auburn is now 0-2. Their next game is against the Hogs, the Arkansas Razorbacks.
Fighting Walmarts.
Yeah, at home. They're projected to have a 1-point win by Mr. Kenny Pomeroy. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Kenny Pomeroy expecting us to beat Texas 95-83.
I don't think that's all that unlikely.
No, I don't think so. Can you get healthy? Can we get healthy? Because that's how what we've been. Every time we've lost a game this year, Brad, it's been X or Y or Z wasn't healthy. Like, I'm tired of that excuse, and I'm tired of trying to say what's this team going to look like when they're healthy. Just driving me crazy.
I think, unfortunately, he finished the game, but I'm concerned with Latrell Wrightsl's health.
Latrell's been cramping all year long too.
That, and it looked like he tweaked something last night. He went up for a rebound on the offensive end and kind of came down. 2 guys landed it, right there at his feet. And he immediately starts grimacing, had to get helped up, and then kind of limped back down the court. And just the rest of the game, I think it was like the last 8 minutes or so, he was just, you could tell it was something was bothering him in his, lower extremity. And I hope that it's not either a re-aggravated Achilles injury or just something new. But we may want to prepare for him maybe not playing against Texas.
I mean, somebody's not playing against Texas. We'll just say that. We'll assume that it's Sherelle with a knee and Latrell with just a tweak.
I mean, it was so many guys last night too. Like I think Bull Bowen went down at one point with a weird little tweak, something or another.
Amari
Allen went down with a weird little tweak. London Jemison, I think, at one point went down with something. It was, I don't know. It was a
They did
comedy of errors.
They did go to boot camp this summer, didn't they? Didn't they do the traditional boot camp?
They posted videos of it.
Yeah, I don't know basketball.
It's all right. Go ahead.
In terms of injuries, how to play through injury, but like, dude, you're never going to be 100%. In sports in general, you're never 100% once the season starts. I mean, you're always going to have little tweaks and something that's hurting you. Your back's hurting a little bit. Your foot hurts. Your finger's a little tore up. And you got to find a way to play through that, I think. I mean, but basketball might be different. It might be a little bit more the skill gap and what you have to do may be a little different to where if you do have like a sprained finger or a broken pinky toe or something like that, it is a little bit different. I do get that, but
I mean, long season. I understand the argument of like you're saying, get guys rested. It's a little different than it is in football, maybe where but at the same time, like, sure, I understand March is the most important time of the season, but you have to get there and you got to earn that good spot in the turn. Like, you can't just coast the whole way there. You still have to play well enough to earn a good seed, earn a good spot in the tournament, earn a good draw against teams where you have a favorable chance to get to the Final Four.
Yeah, and you can't just turn it on like that. You can't just coast all year, then all of a sudden turn it on and say, okay, now we're going to play 100%. You can't. That doesn't happen.
It seems like that has, and I mean, it's felt like that for parts of the last couple seasons where at times it feels like the team has that sort of attitude of just, who cares about this game? We're just playing until we get to the tournament.
Yeah.
And that's not good.
What's 2023, the last conference title, regular season conference title?
That's right.
It's time to win another one, Coach. It's time to win another one.
Game's passing you by, Nate.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Right. Exactly. Well,
he was visibly frustrated last night.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously so, but like even in the post game, talking about LeBaron Philon, you could tell the frustration from Nate Oates that seemingly at least he also feels like his players are maybe not taking care of themselves appropriately.
There's got to be something in that. That may not be the direct answer, but it's not far off from that. You can't have so many guys. Like, I mean,
he was just.
You can't have so many guys throughout the year, full body cramps.
Yeah.
Oh, he had cramps in his legs. Like, are we ready to play or what?
You got world class facilities. Like, I mean, you got better facilities here than maybe half the NBA does.
IV these fellows up before they hit the road.
Yeah.
Take them down to Hydro Live right there.
That's right.
There we go.
And get them situated. I'm telling you, it's a game changer.
On Friday night, before the Saturday game.
Get them NIL deal with the IV bar. That'll help them
yeah,
up.
Yeah. On Friday night before the Saturday game, let's stick everybody with the IVs.
Yeah.
Get some Gator lights. Get your electrolytes up. You'll be good.
Go to bed.
Yeah,
please God, just sleep.
Go to bed.
Bedtime is 10:45, fellas.
Is LeBaron still streaming and playing Twitch? Is that or playing on Twitch? I know he was doing that for a while last year.
I don't know. Are he and Ryan doing it together?
Yeah,
Ryan's allowed to. He's in the off season now.
Yeah, that's right. Ryan stays up till 3 a.m. now to get his money up.
Do whatever.
Get his streaming money up.
Well, because maybe I imagine they maybe I would hope they told him to take a bit of a pay cut after this season. I'm sure. I know that they didn't, but I would.
I don't know how that works. I was having this discussion with somebody else the other day. Like, can they just? I don't know how NIL money works. Is it like guaranteed money?
I don't know that anyone knows how it works.
It's not based off performance, so
it's not based off performance.
I think Andy Staples had a really good tweet yesterday or day before that I saw where he basically just said like. This would all be fixed if schools would just be willing to admit, we are paying these players to play football.
Yes.
Yeah.
That would fix so many problems, but they want to keep this ruse of, it's name, image, and likeness. We're just helping them get business opportunities. It's like, no, man, they are mercenaries for your football team.
You're paying them $4 million a year to get business opportunities.
Yeah, no, I think it's year to year, Brax, and I think that you can basically have parameters like, hey, Brax, you're awesome. We'll give you $3 million over 3 years if you hit these benchmarks. And then after the second year, when you haven't been hitting the benchmarks, hey, that last $1 million, we want to make it about 450, and then you get to decide if you want to stick around for that 450 or hit the transfer portal.
Godspeed to you, buddy.
Oh man,
Portal. What you been thinking, Brax? We haven't caught up with you since we got you after the SEC title game, since the Oklahoma playoff game.
Yeah.
All right, so take us back through. We're going to go back to football because we're all tired of basketball. You annoyed us there, Don Daly.
Doom and gloom everywhere today.
Right. So we're going back to football with Brax. Brax hadn't been with us since the Oklahoma playoff game. You text me in the middle of the Oklahoma playoff game, doom and gloom, no good team. They ended up digging back and winning that game and then going to Pasadena and getting just bug meets windshield to Indiana. Just kind of nice your last little bit of perceptions and thoughts on this football team, how it's settled out this year.
Well, yeah, I texted you on the Oklahoma game because
you were right at the time.
Yeah, well, they just looked defeated, man. They just look and like what happened in the Georgia game and the Indiana game. It was like they were just soft.
Mm-hmm.
They just looked soft. They looked like they were outmanned. And then somehow, you had the muff punt, then and you have the pick six, and those things, those factors, those are big turning points in the game. Those aren't just like, oh, we just fought back. You had some crazy things happen to get you back into the game.
Sure.
But then you roll down to old Pasadena down there, and you Kirk Cignetti, and the first drive you look great, 2 sacks on the first drive, and you got a little hope, and you think everything's great, and then the Cignetti train gets rolling, the coal starts burning, and there was no stopping them. I mean, there was not. I don't think. And Indiana has 7 4-stars on their entire football team. Their entire defense they are 3 stars and below. There was not a guy on the field at the same time that was better than an Indiana player in any aspect of the game. Faster, quicker.
Yeah.
I mean, more physical, smarter in any aspect of it. And if you want me to be honest with you, I'm a Kalen DeBoer guy. I think he's a great coach, and I think that he just needs a little bit of help around him in the coordinator positions. But we got outcoached. Bad. I mean, bad. And it was very apparent who the better coach was on the field at the time. It was apparent who the better players were, like their preparation, how they practice, how they watch film. I mean, they were shedding double teams. The defensive line was shedding double teams like they were paper.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they were ripping through them. It was, and then in the secondary, we couldn't, and no separation, 0 separation. And then our front 7, when they were running the ball, it was like
just
they were
catching.
It's like they were running
like
through
ghosts
foam,
out there.
running through foam, man. It was the easiest thing ever. And then Fernando Mendoza just puts on a clinic. He puts on a complete clinic. I mean, he drops back, nobody's open. Oh, okay, I'm gonna go get 12 yards. And that's fine. It was hard to watch. I felt like when we played Clemson, was it 2019? I thought it was 16.
Which one? The loss?
The loss.
I think it was 19.
Was that 19? Okay, so the 44-16 year. Yeah, that's after Tua got hurt in the SEC championship.
Mm-hmm.
And that was bad, but this one was like defeat, like real embarrassment, like a lashing, like your dad just told you you're in trouble and he just whooped you over his knee. That's what it felt like. It was bad.
I mean, how much better is a football team when their star quarterback only throws 16 passes, Brax?
16 passes, 192 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, no turnovers.
Good game.
And
you
then
got 2 backs that are almost at 100 yards apiece, touchdown apiece. Another big thing about it is no turnovers. And how many penalties did Indiana have that game? 1? Maybe 2?
I can't remember one.
Maybe 12. Maybe 10 yards and penalties.
That was the closest thing. This
you got it.
team,
one penalty, 10 yards.
And it was early on.
Holding, wasn't it a holding? And they overcame it. They got the first down anyway.
Yeah, it didn't matter. I mean, that is just I'm serious in saying Oregon's a great football team, Miami, and I think Ole Miss is good. That is one of the most complete football teams I have ever watched in my entire life. Just sound everywhere. Everyone is in the right spot every time. They don't make any mental errors. They're where they're supposed to be, and they got guys over there too, man. It's not just like, oh, Kirk Cignetti this mastermind. He is, but he's got guys that can play football, man, that are mean and want to play football, and we don't. And that's the problem. We were talking about this before the show started about offensive linemen, and he's like, we're talking about like Landon Dickerson. This guy's like, comes into the practice facility. He's I just got done working on my truck. And then you got Caden Proctor who's like, well, I'd rather open up my own cologne line after I'm done with football. It's like, dude, as a quarterback when I played, I want guys up front that are like getting in trouble in school. Like they got like behavior problems. So I want mean people that when they're on the field, it's like letting a wild animal loose. Like that's what you want. Or you want blue collar kids that are baling hay and working on tractors and like, and I'll play football. Football sounds fun. I get to hit somebody in the head. You know, that's what you want. Not fashion line and I just it's
bunch of cats looking at their armbands in the mirror.
Yeah.
You know,
We need more dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we gotta just make it a hotkey. Just we need more dogs.
And I sound
dogs.
like the stereotypical fan when I say that, but it is true. I mean, it's just like you got to have guys that are mean and want to play football, and it feels like I think nationwide that's a problem too. I think. Like you were saying,
it's not just an Alabama problem. Keep going. You're right.
No kids grow up, like you said, no kids grow up and are like, I want to be an offensive lineman when I grow up. And that's probably been like that forever, but it's more so now. Everybody wants to be a quarterback or a running back or a receiver or a DB. And then they get to high school and they're 285 pounds. And I mean, they're just big people.
Get on the line, buddy.
You're 6'6" and you're 285 pounds, brother. You have a gift that not everybody, you can't teach that. So, and then everybody's like, well, that's boring. I don't want to be an offensive lineman. Well, it's not. We need them, a lot of them. So you parents out there,
the most important position.
You parents out there that if the mom's 6 foot and the dad's 6'4", hey, your kid's gonna be an animal. Let's start pumping that kid with some food right now.
Yeah.
And work on his pass set like now. 8 years old. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, I would say I don't have any like evidence or anything or data, but like I would imagine that the vast majority of offensive linemen coming out of high school have 3 or 4 years of experience at that position max.
Probably.
Because I doubt many of them played at middle school.
Yeah.
They all wanted to be running backs, wide receivers, linebackers, cornerback, whatever it was. And then they got to high school, they hit a little growth spurt their freshman year and realized, oh, I'm too big to play skill positions. All right, get on the line, buddy. So like they are all across the board. They're just starting behind the curve, and like there's only so much you can do.
Yeah. Yeah.
One thing we didn't talk about really with this game, Brax, that came out a lot more after the game was the composition of the roster from this aspect. A lot of it before the game was, oh, look, Alabama's got more 5 stars. Alabama's got more talent. Alabama, higher rated on the talent spectrum, the 24/7, whatever they call it, the composite. But then the narrative flipped after the game, after 38-3. It was, oh, well, let's look at the ages of these rosters.
Oh, yeah.
Indiana average age was 23 years old. I believe the Puke and Piss Green Bay Packers average age is 25 years old right now.
Yeah.
The Alabama Crimson Tide, I think, was at 20 and change.
I believe that.
Just how difficult is it to go up against a team from your perspective that, oh, these guys are all 4 years older than us, 3 years older than us? Did that make a big difference, or was it all coaching?
Well, yeah, you can't teach experience. Like, I mean, if you've been around the game for 5 years, you've been playing college football for 4 to 5 years. Some of these guys are 6-year seniors, and they're 25, 26 years old. So you can't teach that, and that is definitely a huge advantage. But these 24/7 guys that make these rankings, they're like, okay, he's a composite 5-star. When this guy, and then you got a guy on Indiana that's a 3-star. As much as people, and I'm one of these people that are like, that doesn't mean any. I mean, it does mean something, but it's not the be all say all, right? If you're a 5-star, you're a 5-star for a reason. But there are guys that are overlooked. Mm-hmm. But there is some truth to it. Okay, if you are a 5-star player, that means people have watched. Like, there has been scouts and there has been people have watched you and they have analyzed that you are a once in a generation talent. You should not. I don't care if he's 23 and you're 20. All right, you should be faster than this guy. He maybe know a little bit more about football, but just by raw talent, this guy shouldn't be able to keep up with you on the field. Like, it's like if you take a NFL Hall of Famer that's 48 years old right now, and you stick him on the field with a guy who's in his prime and he's 23. Yes, he's got all the experience in the world and he's a veteran, but he's not going to be able to keep up with you. I mean, and that's a little bit of a stretch, but at the same time, you're a 5-star for a reason. But going back to my point, that always doesn't matter. Yeah. But being a 6-year veteran in college football does, especially when you develop and you're a grown man. And when I say grown man, you're not 20 years old. Like, you are a grown physical man that probably should have a job by now. But
I mean, just the two, like,
so we got to go get old men, Mason.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The two philosophies that, these two teams were built off, Alabama and India. Like, Curt Cignetti, he plucked, 25 kids from when he left JMU. And all of those kids that played at JMU were underlooked, underrated kids from probably that DMV area, which produces a lot of really good football players. And, they just got overlooked. Like you say, it happens all the time. We've talked about it on this show, like the camp circuit and all of the politics and things that go into these 247, these on three, these rivals rankings. Like, it's a lot more than just what you do on the field. You can be a great player, but if you're not out going to these camps, if you're not going across the country to be at these showcases and things, you're not going to get noticed. So I think Curt Cignetti did a fantastic job of identifying those kinds of talents, getting them to play for him, and then saying, hey, you want to play for a Power 5 school? Welcome aboard, buddy. Yeah. So, like, Alabama, while you have all these big name players and things, I don't know. I think you have been tricked by a lot of them just being, oh, look at that flashy 5-star. He's a 98. He's a 98 out of 100 ranked player, whatever it is. Like, sometimes that doesn't mean anything. Like you just said, you have to actually evaluate the talent. You can't just name scout or star scout.
Yeah. Well, what do you say? Production over potential.
Yeah.
And that's, the guy knows what he's talking about. The guy's legit.
That's this Indiana team is the closest thing we've seen to a Nick Saban coach team since,
Absolutely.
Really, I would say even the last 2-3 years of Saban were not, you could hardly qualify those as Nick Saban teams because they didn't quite live up to what he had set as the standard. But like that 2020 team, and going back to like 2016, 2020, those kind of Alabama teams, this is the closest thing we've seen to one of those.
Yeah.
So precise.
Yeah.
That's to me, precision and efficiency.
I think that's what this Alabama coaching staff has just lacked, is that attention to detail. They do the nice, like, flashy stuff really well. They call these really nice plays in opportune times, and oh wow, look at the genius from Kalen DeBoer and Ryan Grubb on this, fake handoff, dump it off to the tight end for a crucial first down against Georgia, whatever. Like, but then our offensive line can't run block. Oh, our defensive line can't get any pressure.
We can't run zone.
Yeah,
we can't run inside zone.
It's like they do all of the hard things well, but they don't do the easy things well.
We can't run a basic mesh concept and drop back and have time to get rid of the football. And
I've got an interesting stat here from our friend Mike Rodak. Season by season QB ratings for Alabama quarterbacks since 2005.
Down.
Ty Simpson at a 76. That's the third worst since 2010. I'm not going to even count Brody Croyle, John Parker Wilson, because they didn't reach over 60. But from Greg McElroy on, Ty Simpson, third worst QBR for an Alabama quarterback.
Who's the best QBR?
Mac, 96.1.
Oh, God.
That's inflated a bit, maybe.
That was a fun year.
Outside of him, it's Tua in 2019. I would say that was probably the best season we've seen. Well, maybe Bryce, but Bryce is right up there as well. But, Jalen Milroe surpassed him the 2 years he had his start. He was 80.5 in 22 and a 78 in 24.
His completion percentage?
QBR.
Okay.
So, take it with a little bit of a grain of salt. Obviously, QBR is a weird stat where there's all these weird things that go into it.
Sure.
But it just, I don't know. Alabama was not quite elite this
Not
year.
efficient. Not, for sure.
Not the same.
All right, let's keep talking with Brax Garrison. Before we do, we want to remind you the program is brought to you by Purple Turtle Roofing. At Purple Turtle Roofing, we're not just another contractor. We're your neighbor and your advocate when it comes to protecting your home or business. With years of hands-on experience, top-tier certification, and a commitment to excellence, we've built a reputation as Alabama's go-to roofing solution. We specialize in residential roofing, commercial roofing, emergency storm repairs, full-on roof replacements, insurance claim support, and more. Call Brax Garrison at 877-787-6635 for your free roof inspection today. He'll come out and check out your roof, make sure you're good to go for the rest of the winter and the spring season ahead. Call him at 877-787-6635. Brax, what you going to be into though the rest of the weekend with the Purple Turtle Roofing? You be putting a lot of shells on people's homes?
We're trying to. Yeah, we're trying to. We're trying to help some folks out. There's been a common misconception about roofing. I think people have had recently that, my roof's not leaking. I'll give you a call when it is. Well, we're trying to mediate that before it happens, right? Because once it happens, you're going to have a bunch of headaches because insurance isn't going to cover certain things when certain leak damage, and it's just a big headache. So we like to stop it before it happens. And another thing too is when we set up an inspection with you, it's completely free. There's no obligation to it. And I think roofers get a bad rap of, salesmen, we're trying to sell you this and that. If I'm talking to you, I'm really not trying to sell you anything. Like, my job is to sell roofs. I install roofs for a living, but at the same time, I'm trying to give you a clean bill of health on your roof. If there's nothing wrong with your roof, I can't fake that. I can't be like, oh, it's terrible. It looks horrible. No, if there's nothing wrong with it, I'm saying, hey, you've got 5 to 10 years left on your roof. You're good. If you notice, if any bad storms come through, give me a call, come back out and look at it anytime. But if there is damage, I make you aware of that. Now, whether or not you want to file a claim or whether I believe your insurance will pay for it or not, that's a different story. I just tell you, hey, your roof has got a lot of damage on it. It's got a little age to it. You're getting to the point to where it's going to start causing you problems in the next couple months or next year. It may be 2 weeks, it may be 6 months, but eventually you're going to have to do something about it. But that's it. I mean, it's not a like I'm holding you to gunpoint. You're going to get a new roof. Like, it's all up to you. I'm just there to give you advice of what I would do. And again, we're not just salesmen. Like, we're roofers. We'll tell you exactly how it goes, exactly what to do. I've had several situations where I probably could have told somebody to file a claim, but I'm not in the business of doing people wrong. If you get a denied claim on your record, it looks bad on me.
Sure.
You can leave a bad review on our business, and then that harms us, and I'm not going to do that. One, morally, I won't do that. Two, it's not business smart. So I have your best interest in mind. We do as a whole, for sure.
And Brax and Purple Turtle Roofing are are a local business, so they don't really want to, have want to go to your house and make sure that their neighbors are taken care of, that their neighbors are secure, and that their neighbors are going home feeling good about where they live, rather than, hey, you need new. Well, those guys ripped me off.
Yeah, right. And another thing too, we did get voted the best roofing company in Tuscaloosa for 2025. So the public doesn't lie. Someone voted. Now, whether it was grandma down the street that voted 350 times, we don't know. We won it. So we were able to help a lot of great homeowners, a lot of really good people, and we've enjoyed it, and we hope to do the exact same thing in 2026.
All right, so one question about your comments. You said, oh, you want to get to the roof before it has a leak because you got to. Is there any signs? Is there any like, oh man, I know we just had a storm. I don't see a leak right now, but this sound or this visual or this aspect gives me a sign that, hey, I should probably call Purple Turtle Roofing.
Yeah, well, if your roof is over 10 to 12 years old, you're getting to the point to where we live in Alabama and the heat is terrible on your roof. I mean, it's going to cook your roof. So you're going to have some blistering. And if we just had a storm come through, that's just a double whammy. You've got an old roof and you've also had 1.25 inch hail, or you've had 100-mile-an-hour wind gusts. So you are more than likely you're going to have something going on with your roof. And flashing too, the flashing around your chimney or the flashing around your siding. Over time, if it's not installed properly, moisture gets up under it. It'll start to bulk and push up, and you will have water get up under it. And it's the same thing with your chimney. It's the same thing with your ridge caps and your ridge vents. Like over time, if you have metal ridge vents, that sealant does wear off in between them, and those ridge vents will start to buckle and turn and fold upwards. And we take a look at everything. Your pipe boots have about a 6 to 8 year lifespan on them before they start dry rotting. So, even if you don't have anything wrong with your roof, we'll come by and take a look at that. And we'll, if we can do a replacement on that, if your shingles are in still good shape, we'll do anything we can to help you out. That's what we're here for.
So call Brax Garrison and his crew today at 877-787-6635 for your free roof inspection today. They'll make sure that you have the peace of mind that you deserve living in your home and living in the state of Alabama. Brax, let's move into one more topic. Yeah, right here.
My guy
here. I want to get your thoughts on the transfer portal action so far. I pulled up the Hollywood Smothers highlight tape. Obviously, he's kind of the marquee name offensively. You brought in Hollywood Smothers. Hollywood Smothers. You brought in Caden Strayhorn. You brought in Caleb Woodson and Devin Tompkins, defensive lineman from USC. So 4 additions. Obviously, this guy gets the football the most, so he's most dynamic. You've had a lot of guys leaving over the last week. I think you're up to 18, 19 guys going in the portal. Yesterday, Arkell Newglam goes in the portal. We're all shedding major tears over backup developmental offensive lineman, the Arkell Newglam.
Yeah, there's no way that when they recruited him to come here, he was sold that you'll be able to play this season. because like unless he's just dumb, and I don't believe he's dumb, he had to have known going into this. All right, I've got a long shot at playing here at Alabama. I'm going to have to sit for a while before I can get a chance. I just don't know what you expected to happen, Arkell.
Well, he expected to have his end of the season review and be told next year you're up for playing time.
Yeah.
And they were telling him, you're probably going to need another year of marinating.
So. Yeah, you're probably right.
And he's like, I'm going to go marinate at,
wherever.
Mississippi State.
Sure. Godspeed to
Community
you. Good
college.
luck. Best of luck.
What do you think about the losses? You've lost 4, 5, 6 offensive linemen. You've lost a couple of defensive linemen. Just anybody that stands out. Oh man, I wish we wouldn't have lost that guy. What's your thoughts on the transfer portal movement so far, Brax?
There's nobody in particular that I'm like, God, that hurts. It's going to be tough. Because I'm hoping that at the end of the season, when they had their end of the year meetings with the coaches, some guys probably said like, hey, look, things are going to be a little bit different next year. Like we're about to crack down. It's going to get uncomfortable. They review how you practiced, how you played. Like, hey, your job is completely wide open. Like we're going to look for the best player to put in this position. And I think it probably hurt some people's feelings. And some people just couldn't take it. And, maybe there's an ego problem. And I mean, that's obviously a big thing in college football. Yeah. Everybody has this huge ego because they're getting paid so much now and they expect to be paid so much. And I think they got their ego checked. And I think it was probably a lot of them transferred out of raw emotion. Just like, okay, he said this about me, I'm going to leave. Or he doesn't think I'm this. But, it's goodbye and good riddance, to be honest with you. If you don't want to be here and you don't want to grow and develop and become a better player after, it's embarrassing. You just got smacked by 5 touchdowns. Okay. I mean, I get it. It's embarrassing, but like, what are you going to do? Like, what are you going to do about it? It's over. You got an opportunity to be really good next year, to have a good recruiting class. And another thing about recruiting classes, those are kind of just out the window at this point too, for high school players. I feel bad for these guys coming out of high school, but because now you rather go get a guy that's a 4-star or 5-star to high school, but you have a guy that's 23 years old and just got a 6 year of eligibility. And he's played at 4 different colleges, and he comes in. I mean, he's a grown man that's played the game for a while now. But yeah, I think I'm nothing hurts my feelings. My feelings aren't hurt. I think that there needed to be a change in the offensive line room. I think in several positions there needed to be a change. So I'm good with it.
They ain't wearing crimson.
The bleep.
I'm excited about this kid though, Hollywood.
Yeah, what do you see in Hollywood Smothers? He's a little water bug, huh?
I think we're missing like a Jahmyr Gibbs type player, like I'm not saying he's Jahmyr Gibbs, but the type, same kind of explosiveness, quick, agile. I think we missed that this year. We really didn't have that anywhere. Kevin was, had flashes of it, but I just think he needs to gain a little bit of weight, to be honest with you. I think that he does look a little bit smaller out there amongst those guys. And but just a guy that's explosive, that can hit a hole and not stutter step at the line of scrimmage and wait for something to open up rather than just going and hitting the hole and getting what you can. We had a big problem with that. I think Daniel Hill's really good. I think he's a third down back. He's a 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2 back. He's a if you get him going downhill, he can make big plays, but he's not like a game changer kind of guy. Like he's not going to break he's not going to break a 60-yard touchdown off or something like that.
Yeah, not an every down guy, but very valuable nonetheless.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, absolutely.
I like Smothers.
I do too.
I'm excited.
I think he's good.
Is he a feature type running back?
I think I think in the right system with the right offensive line, he's a world beater, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I think he can be really good. I watched him play a lot this year, and I think with the right guys up front, and look at 74. 74 is the same size as him.
Agile, offensive lineman who can move.
Yeah, like he's got to have guys that up front that can create holes for him and give him opportunities. But I think he can be a world beater for real. What he had 1,100 total yards. He could be well over a 1,200 yard rusher next year, 1,300 yard rusher. I think in the right system.
Well, roll tide. Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Hollywood Smothers. Brax, is Tuscaloosa big enough for 2 Hollywoods?
I guess I think we're expanding here. I don't know, man. I really don't know. Tuscaloosa is just, I don't even recognize it anymore, but we'll see.
I think they need to put the nickname on the line. Whoever has a better season gets to keep it.
Yeah.
Our man Chris Anderson on the Facebook machine saying Keon Keeley hurts. Losing Keon Keeley hurts. What do you think about losing Keon?
Man, I just, again, the people leaving are the people leaving. If you don't want to stick around, I don't know what to tell you. Because I mean, Dion broke it down. He was like, these people transferring, they're transferring for one reason, for money. Like let's stop lying about it. They're transferring for money. So if you have an opportunity to go make more money somewhere, great. I don't blame you. I don't blame you for going and providing yourself and your family with more money. But at the same time, like I said, I think some players had some sit down talks with the coaches, with their position coaches, and with head coach DeBoer, and he probably told them the brutal, honest truth and was like, "Hey, this is how you played this year. This is not the standard you have to live up to. I need to see this, and this out of you this offseason for you to be in the same position next year." A lot of them probably got their feelings hurt and thought and had an ego check and took off. And it is what it is.
There we go. Any thought? We covered all the landing spots yesterday, didn't we? Olaf's going into Kentucky. Joe is
Wilkin to Texas A&M.
Oh, that happened. Yeah. Well, hey, they're going to open a Taco Casa out in College Station.
They probably will.
Got a lot of. How do you think Taco Casa competes in Texas, both as a restaurant franchise and as an offensive lineman? Because I think they got a really tough time competing as a restaurant franchise.
I think they got a real tough time competing as an offensive lineman.
Oh, yeah.
Because think about it. There's got to be all kinds of fast taco stands out there in Texas. I would think
that there has to be just an inordinate amount of Tex-Mex small restaurants with drive-thrus, very similar to what Taco Casa
got
offers.
A lot of what you like.
Yeah, and Taco Casa is kind of its own thing here. You know what I mean? Like it's good, but it's only good if you've ate it a few times, right? If you're coming,
it's only good if you're from here.
Yeah, if you're coming from out of town, you're like, dude, you got to try Taco Casa. You're not gonna like it. Like
that's such a good point.
Like you're not gonna like it the first time you eat it. It's something that grows on you, and you're like, so
I love it. But
that's
exactly right.
If you take that to Texas, dude, he's going bankrupt.
You're like, what
is
this?
They're gonna pack him and Wilkin up and send him back here.
This is how I knew I finally assimilated to Tuscaloosa, because the first couple times I was like, this is not good, and then.
Then you start thinking about that beefy queso.
Yes. What? 2 nights ago, did he go in the portal on Tuesday?
Yeah,
I had Taco Casa for dinner that night, and I was like, I just gotta have it. I gotta have it.
That's a great way to put it. It's great if you're from here, if you had it, but it's not for new folks.
No.
Gonna struggle in college. Will he crack the starting lineup? Will he be back at tackle at Texas A&M?
No, I don't believe so. I think he'll probably start because I think they maybe paid him a decent amount of money, but I think he'll be a guard.
Yeah, Mike Elko is going to see him for like 5 snaps at tackle and say, nope.
And look, I'm not going to be shocked if we're sitting here at the end of next season and he's lost that guard job.
No, he's a starting
Unlikely, guard. But he did not show much this season of a starting offensive lineman, in my opinion.
Yeah, he's okay. He got a solid C+.
I think that's generous.
C+.
I don't know. He's a Tuscaloosa kid, so I think
we can all support him and be honest about it.
Yeah,
because at the end of the day, I do think the three of us are in agreement of supporting the kid.
Absolutely.
But we can be honest about it. It's okay.
Not great this year.
No.
Was not good this year. No. Was not really even average this year.
Was C+ not Brax? Is C+ not good? Is C+ not a good not an accurate score? You can go higher or lower. It's fine. You don't have to say an exact score. I
showed flashes of
a C+.
I think C+ in some instances was good, but I think there were some.
I think
if you average it out, man, there were some D minuses. There were some Fs.
I think he topped out at a C+.
Yeah, I think like his potential, like his ceiling this year was a C+.
Yeah, never saw A or B play from him.
No, like that was ceiling. But if you go average, C. I mean, like a C. Would be like C-. But again, he's 6'8".
He's a big man,
325 pounds.
Size.
Like you can't teach that, and I think he can be really good. I do think he can be, but I think that there's going to have to be some like radioactive bug biting and like make him really mean. He's a nice guy.
He is super nice.
He's a super nice guy. Like he's an awesome human being.
Yes.
Like again, he's a great guy, but I just don't know. Like I said earlier, man, I want offensive linemen that are like going to alternative school. You know what I mean? Like getting kicked out of school that are just like mean people that like you just don't want to be around. Like unless you're on the football field and they're blocking for you, like I don't want to hang out with that guy outside.
Give me 5 Richie Incognitos.
Yeah.
Like,
whoa.
Like Tyler Booker said, when he said after he got drafted that his favorite thing about football is watching the hope leave someone's body.
Yes.
Like my favorite thing about football is that I hold it in all week and then I go out on the field and I just watch someone who's worked so hard to be here regret playing football. You know, that's the kind of guys I want blocking for me. You know, they're just with ill intent every snap.
He didn't have that this year.
No, I don't want.
You know who else doesn't have that just on pictures? Just on pictures. I don't know anything about you, Caden Strayhorn, but you have the babyest face of baby faces in the world.
A little bit, yeah, a little bit. I mean, honestly, though, Michael Carroll also has a bit of a baby face. Yeah, I remember the preseason team photo of everybody standing in Bryant-Denny, and he's, you know, it's like, but he showed us this season he's got that mean streak, and he showed us in high school that he had that mean streak also.
I agree. I do agree.
So, you know,
his IMG tape looks nice, but standing next to Chris Kapilovich, he looks like a happy young, happy, good looking fella who comes from a nice 2-parent household and got everything he asked for Christmas.
I think if you can, and you know, I know the thought is maybe still that he's going to play center, but I would like to see him and Michael Carroll just locking down that right side of the line.
I bet you probably will. If you can get Brock Riker. Brock Riker.
Hey, what about our NC State fellow? He's going to be here this week. Jacarius Peak. Saw yesterday he's visiting Alabama. The
left tackle. New left tackle. You bring Brock Riker, Pete.
You check out some of his highlights from NC State. He's mean.
If he's blocking for Hollywood Smothers, we're good to go.
Yeah, I like Jacarius Peak.
What's Cam Coleman? What's his
I think he's going to Texas A&M.
Think so?
He's visiting. Yeah,
he was here. Not too long.
Well, supposedly he was here, and then turned out he wasn't here, and he's coming here, I think, tomorrow. So I don't know.
Yeah, apparently visiting Texas A&M, and Alabama. I think it's between the two Texas schools.
I agree.
The money. Oh man, if I can go play with Arch Manning, you believe I am.
I think he's visiting Alabama because Derek Nix is here.
Yeah.
I think he's visiting Alabama because he knows a lot of the guys that he played high school football with and around a lot of these guys at Alabama, and he's coming to see a lot of his buddies. He's having
a good time.
He's considering Alabama, but I don't think they are going to be even close in competing money wise with those other two options.
If you're his daddy or if you're his agent, you're saying, buddy, the choice is clear. It's Texas. That's all it is. It's Texas. They're going to pay you a nice money. Yeah. Like, it doesn't have to be the top money, but it probably will be the top money.
Yeah.
And you're going to be playing with Arch Bleeping Manning. You're going to be on national TV every single week. You're not going to be relegated to SEC Network Plus like you were at Auburn. You're going to be on ABC. Yeah. Every single one of your passing targets is going to be seen by millions. Yeah. So it's a no-brainer decision to me.
Yeah.
It's Texas or nothing.
Yeah, I mean, if it was me, I'd probably pick Texas.
Why would you go play with Marcel Reed?
Because they might pay him more money than Texas will.
But Marcel Reed will deliver you. Marcel Reed will put you in the hospital.
Yeah, but he might make $7 million next year.
About Texas,
whatever it is.
I wonder if he's looked into that.
Yeah, with Braden Scoresby.
I was gonna say, I do think I saw that they were kind of in the sweepstakes for him.
Because I would take the old Saban track. You got 1 year. You're trying to get to the NFL. What did he tell Jalen Hurts? Go play with the best talent. Go play with the guys that can make you look the best.
Yeah.
Oklahoma was that choice.
Yep.
Hey, Cam Coleman, who can make you look the best?
Probably Arch Manning.
Pick you the best quarterback out here and the best offensive coordinator out
Austin
here.
Mack. Let's go.
Austin Mack. That's right. That's right. It's Keelan Russell. They can make you a superstar. Keelan will make you the number 1 overall draft pick next year.
We'll see. Look, I'd love nothing more for him to come to Alabama. Like, that'd be amazing. You get him, Ryan Williams,
Isaiah Horton, Leslie Brooks,
Rico Scott coming back too. Like you, and I know we went into this season basically saying the exact same thing. You got a dangerous wide receiver room, but you really do have a dangerous wide receiver room.
I'll tell you what I'm committing to this offseason. I'm not talking about, and I think we did an okay job last year. We poo-pooed a lot of the offensive line expectation this past year. Everybody, man, 3 all-SEC players, sure. Parker, Jaden Roberts, and Kate. But we did a good job, I thought, poo-pooing. Yeah. Don't. We got to do the same thing. We got to commit to.
It's going to be so hard with an active quarterback competition this year to not wildly overreact to 30-second practice clips.
It won't be for me. I don't watch those.
Have a hard time.
I don't watch those clips.
I get
perfectly curated.
I get juiced up about a good QB battle.
They're perfect.
Nothing more exciting than an off-season quarterback battle.
Brax, where are you staking your tent? Are you in the Austin Mack camp or Keelan Russell camp?
Keelan Russell. I think he's the future.
Does your camp have running water? Are y'all installing power? You putting the lights up at your camp? You putting some concrete?
They're still in a tent at the Keelan Russell.
Yeah. I just think the guy's really, really good. I think Austin Mack's good too. I just think he's gonna be really good in a different uniform next year.
Austin Mack's already got a well in his camp though. He's
I'm sticking with him.
he's got
I'm gonna
water.
stick with him. I'll stick with Austin Mack.
Oh,
I'll ride this train.
You're going with Austin Mack?
I will ride this
He
train.
rode it last year.
Rode it last year. I will
wow.
ride it this year.
Wow.
People, they're riding the man off.
I think he's got a better chance.
I mean, I think he's really good. I just think that you're going to see like just a different level of talent like come out of Keelan Russell. I mean, I think the guy was
Oh, speaking of all this, I don't mean to cut you off, but we do need to correct ourselves from yesterday. We ended the show with, well, probably Ty Simpson will drag will drag his decision out to January 13. Yeah. I should have corrected this at the very beginning.
Minutes after signing.
We hit in and it goes, Ty Simpson declares for the draft. So, whoops. Go ahead.
Go be a Los Angeles Ram.
Yeah. I just think that Keelan Russell is one of those guys that if you're going to go pick him up out of high school, and you know automatically when you pick up a 5-star quarterback, he's not staying for long with it if he's not playing. So I think that's already in the back of everyone's mind. Like, okay, Ty has his year. Ty is told, hey, buddy, there's no place for you here next year. You gotta go on. I think that Keelan Russell is just. I think he's the guy. I think he's the guy. I think he's the guy. The once in you've had Jalen Hurts, you've had Tua, you've had Mac, you've had all these great quarterbacks throughout the years, and I think he's like the next one in line. I just think he is.
Mason, one last thing before we all leave, and Brax has got to go jump on some roofs for Purple Turtle Roofing. Call them at 877-787-6635 for your free roof inspection. With this being the topic, will one of the two disband their camp and go to the transfer portal in the next 8 days? Because your deadline is the 16th. There's no spring window anymore. You're on the team or you're off the team in 8 days. Will Austin Mack or Keelan Russell stay put, or will either of them go to the portal before the 16th? 8 days to decide.
I don't think so.
No.
I think they're both.
Keelan Russell already, I mean, he could change, but he did say, like, I'm here.
Yeah, he did say
said that too.
Yeah. They definitely said that.
I don't think either of them are leaving. I think
Austin Mack's comments of them asking him after the game how he played, he was like, "Do you plan?" He's like, "Well, yeah, that's the plan right now."
Yeah,
as of right now, yeah. So when you say that, I'm like, okay, what do you mean as of right now? Like something's going to change? So I mean, I don't know. I don't think anybody leaves, but I wouldn't be surprised.
If they both stay for 8 more days, I think you're in a great position.
I think they're both staying, and again, I don't have any information to back that up. It's just my gut feeling. I think they're both staying. We're
gonna hit end right here, and somebody's going to the portal. One of them's gonna go to the portal right here in about 10 minutes. Okay, we're gonna get out of here for the day. We appreciate Brax for joining us today. Make sure you please call him at Purple Turtle Roofing at 877-787-6635. Brax, is it tougher to be on roofs on a wet day, or you got special shoes? Because I would imagine my clumsy rear end would fall off a roof.
I know it's hard. Normally I just tell them, hey, let's reschedule for tomorrow. We're gonna take a look at this. Unless it's something immediate and there's a leak, I'll suck it up and I'll figure it out. So yeah, it definitely is different. But we figure it out.
Well, he will figure it out for you. So call him at 877-787-6635 for your free roof inspection. Purple Turtle Roofing. Follow Mason Woods at MAWoods_ on the Twitter machine. It's been a lot of fun on a Thursday. We will talk to you on Friday. We'll get you a little bit ready for this Texas basketball game. We'll talk about the weekend ahead. We'll banter about many, many more football offseason topics right here on the Joe Gaither Show on Bama Central, BamaCentral.com.
Thanks for joining us on today's edition of the Joe Gaither Show on Bama Central. Keep up with Joe on all his social media pages at Joe Gaither6. Subscribe, rate, and review the show on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, and be sure to read us daily at BamaCentral.com.